urban subdivision food forest? Is it even possible? How resilient and creative are you to pull it off?
So you've done all your research and you've made up your mind you're going to have a food forest in a suburban setting. You bought a new house, you're getting the builder's going to give it to you in 6 months, and you have a master plan in your mind. You've done all this research that you want to have a food forest instead of a normal backyard, front yard scenario in a builder's setting, in a lot. So you're deciding that you want to grow your own food, you want to create a jungle, an oasis, and you've got everything set up. Your neighbor who bought the same lot has his plans. So you have your two lots. Let's say they're side by side. Your neighbor is going to get the builder to sod everything. And additionally, he's going to spend $32,000 on the front yard to get it looking good. The house is positioned in here. And he's doing big rocks, trees, driveway, interlock driveway, and he's landscaping the front. That's all he wants to spend this year. And he's going to interlock the driveway. And the builder's going to sod everything, and everything's going to look honky-dory normal, like a normal subdivision lot. So by him spending the $32,000, he's probably gained, let's say, another $10,000 because it's completed. So he's at $42,000 in a $10,000 gain. So what you do is you tell the builder you don't want them to sod the land. You just basically want them to build the house. Yours is a bit of a different layout. And you don't want the builder to sod this. You basically put in a temporary driveway. The builder will put some gravel down for you, leave it like that. What you do is you spend $5,000 on specimen plants. So you're buying fruit trees, peach trees, you name it. You're buying really effective trees for your food forest. So you're planting these trees. You end up with, let's say, 80 trees. So you have 80 trees in your yard, and you only have topsoil. So this guy here is going to put in a deck in the back. He's going to put a trellis over top. He's going to do some more landscaping in the back with his 5-year plan, okay? So he has a 5-year plan, and you have a 5-year plan. So in year 1, you have these fruit trees planted in, and your decision is to improve your soil. So you bring in, with your own pickup truck, you happen to have a pickup truck, 100 loads of organic material. And what you're doing is you're conditioning your soil in such a way that you're getting past the builder's crappy soil that he's provided you. This 6 inches of soil. They strip the lots, pile it up somewhere, and give you 6 inches back. And you're cultivating this soil. So you're mixing the organic matter into this crappy clay, whatever the builder has underneath here. You're mixing this all in, and you're getting all the garbage out, you're cleaning it up, and you're conditioning your soil in year 1. So let's say this is year 1, and he's done his front yard. He hasn't done anything in the back, but you've now have 100 loads of truckloads of miscellaneous materials decomposing and composting. So you're basically putting them everywhere in the yard. And you keep doing this for 5 years. You're a scavenger, you're a scrounger. And so year 2, you're going to start growing vegetables. You're going to start buying seeds. You're going to start doing all these things. And what I'm getting at is the comparison when the 5 years are up. And you focus solely on growing food and biodiversity. Your lot has so many diverse plants. You're trading with people. You're finding ditch finds. You're doing whatever you can to get this incredibly diverse. This person here has basically done nothing else. They're at this stage. They're happy with that. Their real estate value went up. In your case, if you had to sell this house over again, most people would only see chaos. They wouldn't buy this piece of land. They would probably want you to take $10,000 off the selling price because you haven't reached the 5 years yet. You need to get everything growing, everything diverse, everything filling in, and everything looking as if it belongs together. So you're going to have that problem of diminishing your real estate value for the first couple of years, possibly. So if you keep going, keep adding more fruit trees, keep adding shrubs that bear fruits, keep adding vegetables, keep adding, and in a very chaotic manner where you keep on conditioning the soil. So this person has really focused only on their front yard, and you have focused on your entire yard because you're doing the same, and this is very important. You need to do the same process throughout your entire yard. And what I mean by that is, if you're adding wood chips or compost or whatever you're adding here, try to do it on your whole yard. If you don't, it's going to look a little bit funny if you have like the backyard, nothing's happening back there. You need to do this sort of all continuous. Keep adding organic matter, keep cultivating, keep this growing, and your food forest will become a dream. The Karens of the neighborhood are going to be bitchy about you because you've created this mess. In terms for 90% of people, this is considered a mess. This food forest in the beginning would be considered an absolute disaster. Keep it clean as much as you can, but keep it working. Keep the soil going. Keep everything going. This person, when they do the swimming pool or whatever they do in here, they're most likely financially going to be ahead of you. You're going to be only attracting a very small amount of people that would actually be absolutely fascinated with what you've done to this yard. When these trees start to provide shade and everything's filled in, and you've got all kinds of fruit shrubs growing underneath, and you've got flowers in between here as pollinators, and everything is filled in, all of a sudden your lot is going to be very attractive. But you need to get there. You need to get to this attractiveness. That is the problem, because it is a 5-year investment on your part. But this is more a scrounger type person that has the energy to load up a load of wood chips at the end of the night, or to get them delivered, or to cultivate these beds so they become better and better in terms of their soil conditioning. So this requires a very different person. This here is somebody with a wallet, mainly. Most of the time there would be somebody with a wallet. And their interest is possibly, a lot of times these types of homeowners, they want to get into a bigger house. So they'll start with a smaller house, do the investments with the landscaping and the pool and the trellises in the back, and some shrubbery around the fences, fencing off their yard, all those things. You, on the other hand, the food forest person, you are trying your best to make a lifetime residence where you basically don't have the plan of moving. You want to be attached to your plant material. You want to be attracted to the insects that are coming into your yard. You want to experience this coming to fruition, this growing in such a way that your food forest is the focus of it's your main hobby almost, because you're investing so much time into this. This person is more interested in the investment. And believe me, they do not really want you as a neighbor. That's the problem with food forest people that are, if there's a sidewalk here, the food forest person will start to grow vegetables here on the sidewalk, on the public space. They'll fill this up. And people will really shake their head in terms of what you're doing. And that's how they do it. They basically, they don't understand your process of getting to these 5 years where everything is filling in such a way that it becomes attractive. Food forest, chaos gardening takes a while for it to be attractive enough for your neighbors to actually say, wow, this guy actually pulled it off, or this girl really pulled it off. This looks amazing. And look at all the peaches they have. I'm so jealous that they have all these ripe peaches and alpine currant and all these things that are growing in here. And if you can survive the onslaught of people criticizing you, if you can, put in this 5-year investment, you can theoretically be in the same position as this person financially if you find the 10% of people that would appreciate this. 85%, 90% would appreciate this more. But if the 10% that understand that, hey, look, we can get, peaches and plums and apples and lettuce and carrots out of this space, and this person doesn't have that. That's the big difference. You need the right person, and the right person, they do exist more and more because this growing your own food is becoming very, very popular now. So if you're going to take on this subdivision food forest scenario, be prepared for criticism. Be prepared for incredible success. Organize yourself really well. What I mean by that is don't let the builder sod your lot. If you're going to do this anyways, get them to give you a refund for $8,000 that they didn't have to sod your land. Start already improving the soil. Spend more money on topsoil. Get it to 12 inches instead of 6 inches, what the builder's going to give you. Do all those things. Focus on the diversity. Focus on the investment, the soil investment. Get great soil going. And you can grow anything in this space. Anything will grow like crazy if you do the legwork. And that's the difference between subdivision food forest and a regular beautified landscape that is there for resale value.